Hi, Sue Ellam here. I've been a tarot reader for about 25 years now, and I use the Mythic Tarot, and it's based on Greek mythology. Over to you.
Hi, I'm Carrie Beleno, and for 20 plus years, I've been an intuitive Reiki master teacher and a spiritual life coach. And I have compiled a bunch of questions. If you've been watching, you know that's the drill. And I'm going to choose a question and throw it at Sue and see what today's question is.
Yeah, here we go.
How do we find peace of mind?
Whoa, the Holy Grail.
Yes. We practiced with that question yesterday to see how this new format would work, and I threw it back in here, and we're curious to see if it's the same kind of answer or not. So we shall see.
Okay, well, we're starting off here with no peace of mind.
Lovely.
Yeah, this is about worries and having so many worries that they become a prison of our own making. And when we are really, really worried and we've got all these things buzzing around in our head, what if this, what if that, oh, what happens if this happens? We end up cutting off our intuition, we cut off our guidance, and we feel as though we're on our own in this turmoil. And my advice when this card comes up is, if you've got things that you're really worried about, whether they be big or they be small, write them down. Because once they're written down, you don't have to, they stop buzzing around, because you're not going to forget them. So you have these worries, you write them down, and if you can do anything about it, do it. And you can cross it off the list, and there's no reason to worry anymore. And if you can't do anything about it, what's the point of worrying? Because when you focus on it, then you give energy to it and you're likely to attract it. So why would you do that? So this is about getting rid of those worries, the things that will chip away at your peace of mind, because there's no way you can have peace of mind when you're constantly worried about things. And if you do that, then you'll get small rewards for efforts you're making. There's still a lot of hard work, but you're starting to get a handle on things and not blaming other people for things that are happening to you, because we attract the things that are on our own energy. So if there's things that really worry us, then we tend to attract things that are going to push that button. I can't think of an example just off the top of my head here, but if we can just deal with the worries we have, then things do get better. We do get the rewards for that, because we have less things that are tying up our mind. We have more chance of being in touch with our intuition and getting a bit of peace of mind along the way. But it won't happen overnight. This is a discipline, and it's so easy, especially if we have people around us that tend to worry too. Then I always used to say, my grandmother, she was never happy unless she had something to worry about, and there's lots and lots of people like that. So if you're not worried, they think she's not worried. And I've had this happen to me. I've said I haven't been worried about something, and people will give me a load of things they think I haven't even thought about. And obviously, the reason I'm not worried is because I'm delusional. I'm not aware of everything. So they give me all this stuff to try and get me to worry about it, because that's the only way they think that, I'm not delusional. So worrying tends to be I was going to say national, but I think it's a worldwide kind of trend, isn't it? If you're not worried, then, you're not alive, kind of thing. It's important here, the Queen of Swords is about only accepting the best for yourself, not accepting anything less. And this, again, like everything, do you really want peace of mind? Or do you feel that not having peace of mind makes it everything more alive? I know somebody that many years ago said that the fact that she and her husband used to argue a lot kind of brought kind of excitement into their relationship, and then they could make up, and and it was kind of all this highs and lows, and it's like exhausting. They're also divorced now, but it was like if there's no kind of highs and lows of emotion, then what's life about? So some people think that peace of mind is boring. So you've got to ask yourself, do you really want it or not? Or do you want to be on this drama train? It's about looking at spiritual sides of things as well. For peace of mind, you have to have a deeper understanding of what other people are likely to be going through, as well as yourself, and not take things personally. Because when we take things personally, then again, we don't have peace of mind, and it just adds to the list of things we worry about. Look at some other ways of dealing with things. This is about new projects, new work, maybe a course of study. So maybe you can go and find a class on meditation, or a study of something like metaphysical, or something that will give you an understanding that you can't find anywhere else. Because peace of mind is very much a feeling, even though it's peace to do with the mind. And I know that many people say, well, you shouldn't be thinking about things, you should feel, you should go through the feeling. But my take on it, and what I feel, is that once I've actually thought about it and got a strategy, then I can transfer it to my feelings, because I know mentally, I know what I need to do and the reasons behind it. So once I've got that mental aspect to it, then I can function on a feeling level about it. But it's learning things that maybe you don't know, and you can't find with the people that you're around at the moment. It's not in their understanding or in yours. So seek out things like self-help books, or, as I said, meditation, or people that can actually help you find that peace of mind in one way or another. And here we have a lovely card again: ongoing contentment and peace, and in the heart. So surround yourself with people that you'll have bonds for a lifetime with these people. So surround yourself with people that are loving and giving and supportive, and that is a place where you can find peace. People that want drama, send them to somebody else's house that also likes drama. Like attracts like. So if you also are a drama queen or king in your own making, then you'll continue to attract people on the same level. So this thing about looking at trying to find a way of learning new things about peace of mind from experts or people that have already done it, that is your way to find more nurturing relationships that will support you in your journey. So that's the card. Those are the cards.
Well, thank you. As always, I tap in with whatever stands out the most to me, message-wise, energetically, and funny, not funny. I think I say that every video. I had written a chapter or two in my books about the actual what ifs, and those are so detrimental, because as you brought up right in the beginning, Sue, worries make us a prisoner, and the what ifs are all about the future unknowns. And if you are planning, then it's fine to say a few what ifs. We're having a party and we're going to do it outside, but what if it rains? Okay, then you need a plan, and that's a strategy. That's an ego thing. That's all fine, needs to happen that way. But when we find ourselves, and so much worry and fear comes from imagining things that have not even happened, that aren't even on the horizon. And I always tell my clients to take a step back and take a look at if their worries are valid, if they actually have something, some fact that makes this worry valid, or if it's all simply an unknown. And it takes time to retrain your thoughts. Thoughts do trigger emotions. And when we can retrain our thoughts to be more productive, to be even the slight change of looking at things as a concern and not a worry takes it up a notch energetically. So if you can retrain your brain to shift the thought when it comes in, especially when the thought is around what ifs, that'll be a really important soother, helper of peace of mind and the emotions, because they will become less potent and less fearful. So, and the last thing I kind of want to mention too is when people declare they're not worried, and if they're truly not worried, we often get, or they're often accused of not being aware. Well, you're just not aware. So I just want to address that. It's quite the opposite. When you are acutely aware of energy and emotions and how the ripple effect happens with what we put out there and how it returns to us, that whole spinning wheel, that awareness actually dispels worry. So it's quite the opposite. So those of you who can confidently say that you aren't worried about X, Y, Z, that makes you more aware of how energy works. So kudos to you. So that is the question on how do we find peace of mind.
Yeah, I liked how the cards came up, and yeah, I really love my cards because they just take twists and turns, and I don't know I don't know the question, and I don't know what cards are coming up. All I do is read them, and they always make sense. You know.
I love your interpretation of them. I have never been a tarot reader. I haven't really ever followed it. Wasn't my thing, wasn't my tool, but I love watching your intuitive take on them.
Thank you. Well, I hope this particular question out of Carrie's basket has kind of worked for you. And anyway, cheerio for now.
And please subscribe to one of our channels, and or both of them, and we will see you tomorrow. We have a daily message, so stay tuned.
Okay, bye.